What have you just received?
I'm just tired.
She's just received a photo from someone on Instagram that follows her of her bike at Hamburg airport, and we're going straight to the airport to try and find it. How crazy is that? This is so 2020. It's just like the medication bus, the medication van. Have a vaccine, have a flu vaccine, have an antibody test. What are you doing? The COVID place is shut, even though they made an appointment with us. So I'm just taking a photo as evidence that they're shut so I can try and get my $300 back for my test. Are you going to say something? Or do I just start talking? Well, let us know why you're in a bad mood, you know? Because it's 4:29. I had an appointment at the COVID testing place for my pre-travel PCR, and that was at 3:35. Waited there. As you guys seen, didn't turn up. Waited till 3:50 or something. Mm-hmm. Then of course it's Memorial Day holiday here, so nothing's open. So we went to the closest Walgreens. Pharmacy at Walgreens is shut. He gave me the address of another Walgreens where the pharmacy's open today, so we just drove there, and they don't do COVID testing there, and they said the urgent care next door might do it, but they're probably not open today, so we walked there and they're not open. So now it's 4:30 p.m. on a public holiday, and I guess what we're going to do is try and get a test. Well, I'm going to try and get a test. Everything's weird because we're a team. I'm going to try and get a test it's probably going to be too early to get a test in the morning. I don't know, maybe we'll have time we're going to go home and research and see if Phoenix Airport has rapid PCR tests that are available within like 4 or 5 hours, because we don't need it to leave, we just need it when we land in Copenhagen. And then if that doesn't work, I think we've got a 2-hour layover at New York Airport, so we're going to check if there's someone there to have it. But anyway, it's just a very annoying situation. And then amongst all that, the other problem we're facing today is, you know, I was telling you guys about this awesome like car rental service. It's like Airbnb. Private people like rent out their cars, and it's so much cheaper and so easy and everything's great. Yeah, it's been really great for the last few months, but we're supposed to drop our car off to its owner tomorrow morning at 7:30 a.m. and we haven't had a response from him in 2 weeks to any of the messages that we've sent him. So right now we're like talking to the company, that's like the Airbnb, but it's called Churro Company, about what we do with this car at 7:30 in the morning. And so far, what's the update? The update is leave it at the airport and lock the keys in the car. No, we can't leave it at the airport.
Well,
because he needs
leave
to
it somewhere, whatever.
So we need to leave it somewhere.
Elise is sorting out where to leave it, but that's the latest, is that the owner, he hasn't responded to a message we sent 2 weeks ago, nor to like 5 messages we've sent in the last 48 hours trying to organise to give his car back. So we're basically convinced that he's a car thief or some sort of criminal and does this for a living and just makes money on people and then runs away. But to throw a spanner in the works, we Google Earth his home address, which we found on a speeding fine in the car,
And this car is sitting in the driveway of the house on the Google Earth photo from a year ago. So it's all very weird. Anyway, we'll update you later as to what happens with the car. Please honk. That's what it says. I can't wait to honk. It said please honk. Can you imagine if they weren't open?
Let's not.
Por favor, use una mascara. Please wear your mask. Gosh, I'm glad we came early. Beat the rush. No, I shouldn't joke about it, should I?
So,
Just happy to be here. Literally happy to be here right now.
how much is this one costing you?
We're not talking about the price. We let's just set and forget, book, and don't think about it ever again type scenario. Because you couldn't manage to book me in with a proper place yesterday. That is me.
Yeah?
Yeah. Is this the one up my brain or is this just the nasal?
No, just your nose.
Good. That one really far up, that's so 2020, isn't it?
The nose.
That's nothing.
So attractive right now.
Nothing?
That's it. Excellent. I don't need to do anything else. Perfect.
Okay.
Thank you. Oh, how do I get out of here?
Yes.
Around and back up here. Cool. Thanks.
Check your email in 45 minutes, okay?
45 minutes. Awesome. Thank you.
Thank
Have a
you.
wonderful day.
45 minutes.
That's barely touched your nose.
Yeah, they're good. Those ones.
And that's a
I don't
PCR.
want this. Take this away. Yeah, and in 45 minutes. And then in Australia, it's like, yeah, I gotta wait 10 days for your result. 45 minutes? They must have a freaking clinic down
I
there.
feel like we need to honk to say goodbye.
They probably don't even send it to a. They probably don't even send it to a lab. They probably just freaking. Nah, they look nice. Let them go. Let them go. Let them go. Negative. Okay, where am I going? So I just had my COVID test. We thought we'd quickly update you on our car criminal situation. As I guessed yesterday, when all this stress and drama was going on, I said to Elise, I bet you any money we hear from him late tonight. That would just be the way. So guess who I heard from when I was literally I picked up my phone to set my alarm and put my phone down to go to sleep at like 9 p.m. last night, and I get a message from the car guy. Sorry, only just saw all your messages, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so we spent all day yesterday figuring out when I was gonna have this COVID test, how we were gonna get from one side of town to the other and leave the car there, blah, blah, blah. So at 9:30 p.m. last night, I was very short with him and I was like, look, mate, we just need to get this sorted out. I need to go to bed. We need to get up at 3:30 a.m. So apparently he's gonna be here to pick up the car in half an hour. Let's see. If he's not, I'm leaving his freaking car at the airport. That's what I'm doing. Turn it off.
Drum roll.
Da-da-da!
Hey,
What's
oh,
that?
look
2.5 years into the pandemic, 1 gazillion COVID tests later, no COVID for me. Touch wood. 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 Stop it. Can't wait to eat my 26 US dollar burrito. New York airport. So many food options. Not. What do you got? Big Papa pickle. She's a big papa. It's really big. So we landed in Copenhagen and our flight was 1 hour delayed landing into Copenhagen. And then because our flight was delayed an hour, sorry about the background noise here, our baggage was then delayed an hour and a half. So in total, from the time we got off the plane to the time we got our baggage and everything, was like 2 hours later than planned. So yeah, we stressed. Actually, going back a step, we went through immigration in Copenhagen, and the guy literally looked at me for 2 seconds and told me I didn't need to wear my mask. This is immigration in Copenhagen. He's like, you don't need to wear your mask here. As in like, yeah, we're really carefree here. And I was like, oh, it's okay, I'm an athlete. No, I don't want to get sick for my race on the weekend. It's like, no worries, welcome to Denmark. And just stamped me in, so that was fine. Waited, baggage was late. So then we were 2 hours behind schedule. So then of course we didn't make our flight to Hamburg and we were stressing a little bit. Ran up to the SAS counter at 1:30. Our flight was at 2 p.m. They told us, no, sorry, you lose your ticket, but you can go over to the service desk and see what they can do for you. So we went over to the service desk. This lady was just so lovely, and she was just like so professional. She was like, we have this other flight and this is what it will cost and whatever. And we said, yep. So she booked us on the last flight out of Copenhagen to Hamburg, got us access to the lounge, and then that flight, we had to wait 3 hours for that flight. So I was basically falling asleep in the lounge because I'd had no sleep at all, pretty much, on that whole flight over from the US.
Can you just say what you just said?
I wasn't talking to you, I was talking to my legs. And I said, remember that you're athletes, guys. They wouldn't be feeling like athletic today. I forgot how to move. Then we finally got on the plane, and I think that flight was like half an hour delayed as well. Yeah, we were half an hour late taking off on the flight to Hamburg. And then of course, yeah, like when we checked in for the Hamburg flight, no one asked us for vaccination, nothing. No one asked us for proof of anything. Didn't need a COVID test, didn't need proof of vaccination. Could have been an alien from outer space, like checking in, basically, and they wouldn't have asked for anything. So yeah, then we arrived in Hamburg, and the next part of the story is my bike was missing. So we landed in Hamburg, and then of course we're waiting at the baggage belt, like both waited, and then the guy at the baggage belt just looked at everyone. He's like, that's the end of the baggage from the flight from Copenhagen. So we had both our suitcases, our backpacks, and my bike trainer, and of course my bike wasn't there. And the airport was just hectic, like combined with these public holidays in Germany at the moment, the Ironman happening, and apparently there was some security problem at one of the airports, one of the German airports. They had like half the amount of staff or something. We got told to go to baggage tracing line, and we went to the baggage tracing line, and oh my goodness, it was the longest line and it just wasn't moving. We stood in that line for 3 hours, and then when we basically got to the front of the line 3 hours later, we figured out you could lodge a claim online, or they started telling people to lodge a claim online to track your baggage. So that's what I did. Then anyway, I got to the front of the line, I showed the guy that I'd done the online form, and he basically looked at me, he's like, you've done all that you can do. So we just stood in line for 3 hours basically for no reason. So this was at 10, I think it was like what, 10 p.m. at night. He just said, yeah, as it is on the system right now, there's absolutely no, I don't know where your bike is, like we don't know what airport it's at, there's absolutely no tracing, there's no notes or anything on your file. And he just said to me like, check back at this time again tomorrow and we'll see if we can locate your bike. So of course then we finally go to the hotel, and I was just like in the worst mood ever. I was a really bad person to be around. But I was mostly sad. I felt mostly sad more than angry, basically.
Pool shut. Hi, do you speak English? Are you open for lap swimming at the moment? For lap swimming, if I want to swim some laps? Are you? Yeah, swimming. Is this the swimming pool? Oh, it's like I just want to come and swim. Can I come and swim? Oh, Hamburg? I think I can't remember the name of it. What have you just received?
I'm just tired.
She's just received a photo from someone on Instagram that follows her of her bike at Hamburg airport, and we're going straight to the airport to try and find it. How crazy is that? Things are looking up.
Yeah, I'll have some shoes as well to do my run.
We were just on the way to Nike to try and find her running shoes because all of her running shoes were in her bike box as well. And you got to swim in.
Yeah, I've got to swim in.
So things are looking up.
Yeah. Tomorrow will be better. I don't know. What is it? Select your group and press the button to call.
Oh, here we go. Group A.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in Group A.
As busy as yesterday, no one's going to pick up this friggin' phone. No? Back in the game.
Oh, we missed you.
I'm so happy.
We missed you. Yay, happy ending. Happy ending.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Cool.
Oh, hey.
Reise ist das Einzige, wo wir alle zusammen arbeiten dürfen.
Hey.
Oh, hey.
So race day is on Sunday. It is now Friday night. Today
like basically the last couple of days, I remember coming here last year and arriving on the Wednesday afternoon and feeling like I just had so much time and I was so relaxed before the race. Obviously we got in at like 11 p.m. on Wednesday night, but because of the whole missing bag situation, it like set me back 24 hours because we spent pretty much the next day trying to find this bike and trying to find a pool, and then like going back out to the airport in the afternoon to pick up the bike, and then I had to come back to the hotel, and I didn't finish building my bike until Thursday night at 10 o'clock. We love 10 o'clock here. So yeah, everything's been really busy. It's just, I've been like hectic trying to catch up and chase around and get things done the last couple of days. Today's just been like non-stop since 7 a.m. It's 5:30 now, I think, or 6 o'clock, and finally going home, and tomorrow is the day before the race, and I'm really looking forward to a sleep in and no commitments other than just my 3 little training sessions and bag drop. I'm actually feeling pretty good. Like my body's feeling pretty good. I felt great on the bike this morning, felt pretty good running, just felt really good swimming. So yeah, I think all the fitness is there, and I have really good memories of this place. Like it's just a smile on my face running around in town this morning and this afternoon. So yeah, I'm just looking forward to getting out there and being able to express a little bit more of my fitness that we've been working on in my training in the last few months now, 3 or 4 months. So we'll see what happens on Sunday. Obviously update you guys afterwards, but hopefully have a good race.